wouldn't use those photos, but I would use them in a storytelling element, right? I do like a photo dump with a carousel post. Look at Corey here, selfie. Look at Corey here, selfie.
Let's talk about them.
I would incorporate them just in a different way.
All right. Flight plan essential number 6 is the algorithms favor the bold. And what I mean by that is, and this is, by the way, this isn't, all of these are in our book that we wrote called Authentically Social. We will be out in the trade show and we'll have some books for sale, and come say hi and take a picture with us. We brought a big frame and come see us. And by the way, we're going to be here all week, and we're going to go to the flight museum tonight. And so come ask us questions, nerd out with us. You know, we're not going to love you and leave you. But what I mean by the algorithms favor the bold is that early adopters to features tend to get more engagement than the laggards. And that's because the platforms want to push those features. So on all the platforms, if we're utilizing the newest features, we will get more engagement, essentially. So I asked Jess to give us the 3 that she would recommend most on Instagram as of today.
Yeah, I think there's a couple different types of content when we're thinking about that. And, you know, if you go deep into some of the features on the profile, you will benefit. And so, especially right now, Reels are a great example of some content out there that we can. Now, I would say that there's almost a separate algorithm for each of these types of content too. So Reels is going to be your engagement content, your awareness content. You're like, hey, if you don't know anything about me, come find out more about me. Sometimes they're funny, right? Like we did a funny one just the other day, you know, popping up in a funny office clip. So they could be funny, they could be lighthearted, they could be very quick and punchy, I would say, are your Reels. And then carousel posts are another great example. I would say carousel posts, even to this day, are starting to rise up a little bit where you can get just as much engagement and awareness with a carousel post. But I do feel like it's a little bit more of a nurturing environment in a carousel. You are maybe diving deeper into a subject matter or tips or giving more information. So you have an opportunity to show that. Be aware that the first and second carousel are the most important ones. So when you talk about including a hook or something that's going to pull someone in, think about it for both of those slides, because the carousel post does give your audience an opportunity to see you 2 times. If they see it and they go by it and they don't swipe, the next time they come, they'll see the second one in your carousel. So that's why I say the first one and that second one needs to kind of be engaging to entice them in.
And as we always, as you all know, Instagram in the initial days was just a photo sharing site, right? And then you'll often hear us say that motion moves the needle on Instagram. And so these are all images. They're just multiple images, so it becomes a slideshow. So multiple images equals a carousel post.
Absolutely. And then the last one is stories. And I don't know how many of you are utilizing stories, but if you were to think of, you know, with your Reels and carousel posts on your feed, then maybe that's your storefront. It's kind of, you know, showing people what services you provide. Your stories is kind of like, come on into my store, sit down with me, have a cup of coffee. Let's talk about just day-to-day things. So this is where you're out and you're viewing a property, you're on a trip, and you take a bunch of fun little clips and, you know, bring your audience along the way.